So the sketch bag I use is called the etchr, and I'll put a link to it in the description. So inside the front pocket I keep my watercolor palette and my water container. There's been a few times that I've been approached by a stranger asking me if this is vodka. No, it is not vodka. It is a water container, and you can get these on Amazon. But because this bag is so slim, I needed something that could easily fit inside, and this does the trick. Tissue, kitchen paper to blot up excess water. Extra paint brushes and pens that don't go in the main container. These are something that I don't always use, but I like to keep handy. It has a top to it, but I can't find it. I think this was made by Holbein, and it was relatively cheap. In the main section of the bag, I keep my sketchbook. Sketchbook I'm currently using at the moment is Strathmore. You can also get these on Amazon. And I also keep a collapsible, I think it's silicone water container, which again, I had a stranger ask me if this was a dog water bowl dish, one of those collapsible ones, which I suppose you could use. But I got this from Michael's. Now this is my baby. This is also by etchr, and I was unsure about this for a while, but because I hate digging around in a pencil case, I thought this would be perfect, and it is. So the thing I love about this, it travels so easily. I've taken this everywhere. I've taken it on the plane. It comes with me on every sketch trip. Even if I don't take the large sketchbook, I always take this, so it just has everything. This is one of my favorite brushes. It was really cheap. I bought it from Blick art supplies, and I think it was about $3. It paints trees very well, foliage. I love the strokes and the marks it makes, and this one is my favorite. These are my paint brushes, and for the longest time I used to use a water brush. I realized it just wasn't for me. The style I like to paint in uses a lot of water, and I just couldn't get enough water to come out of here, but I still keep it with me. I don't know why. I never use it, but I just keep it just in case. I searched to find the kind of brushes I use in the studio to also use them for travel, and I thought these were perfect. These are the sizes that I often used in the studio, but yeah, they've held up. I've had these for about, I want to say 4 years or more now, and I've not had to replace. I had to cut maybe a couple of strands, but I like the fact that they've all got a hole in the top, so you don't need to just keep them out to dry. You can put the tops on and they'll dry within the top. This I thought I would never need. It has a sampler of ink, like a reddish ink in the barrel, and it is, I think it was called Australian Roses, and I just thought it looked cool. But because you're out sketching, you often do need a color red for signs and signposts, so this has actually come in handy, and I didn't think it would. I have these pigment liners in various sizes. I have 2 mechanical pencils, but this is the one I use most often. I like to use these for highlights. These are Posca paint pens. But what I like about these is the tubes of gouache that I used to use instead of these, it felt they would often dry out, and then I feel like I would use too much of it, whereas I feel like these were more convenient to use whilst out and about. They can be reactivated with water, and they behave like the white designer's gouache. I have another white liner for highlights. This is a gold liner. It's great if there is any gold accents, which is very rarely, but it makes a good addition to a sketch kit. I first bought this because I saw lots of other artists use it, and it has the tilted nib and it makes great lines, but I found that it dries out quite often for me. I think I might be using the wrong ink, and I found that I don't use it that often at all. This is another Lamy, which I changed the nib for it. It used to be metallic. This is my all-time favorite pen. I love this. When I first bought it, I didn't think I would get any use out of it. It is a brush pen. I love the lines it produces. I love how it looks painterly. I love that you can vary the thickness without having to switch out the pens, which I had been doing with the Staedtlers, the fine liners. Also has never dried out on me. The ink has never dried up. It came with 2 cartridges. I recently just had to replace the one, and there was a time that I went months without using this and it never dried up. Last thing is a gold Sharpie. I don't think I've ever used this. A pen knife, just in case. This actually came in handy once. I forgot my water, and I was able to cut open a bottle with these tiny scissors. So something that I just took around as like a souvenir actually came in handy. So now I almost treat it like a good luck charm. And this is just a clip to keep papers from flying in the breeze. I have a pencil, blunt, useless pencil in there, and there is a zip compartment here that I don't think I have anything in. Maybe mechanical pencil refills. No, I don't have anything in there, but you could keep papers in there. So this is my palette. I had wanted a palette like this for a long time because I'd seen Holbein had a metal palette, and I came across this on Amazon. I was worried that it would leak, but I've had it for about 3 years and it doesn't leak at all. They come in various styles, so you can I did have one that had an extra wells, but I found that I prefer to have a little bit more space. I literally can't remember the colours that I have in here. In fact, I don't even know what this colour is. I know what these are. I'll list them. So that's about it for now. If you have any questions, just send me a message and I will do my best to answer it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!